Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa. I am the artist based in California. In this channel, I'm going to do a lot of tutorial, landscape tutorial and flower tutorial. So if this is something that you interested, please consider subscribe. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to paint a misty high tree landscape. So let's get started.
Alright, first let me go through quickly the supply that I have for today. Today I'm going to use B100% cotton paper, watercolor paper, and I have it taped out to the desk. I also have a piece of paper for color swatching. I have 2 cups of clean water, and I also have the Winsor & Newton palette with me. Today I'm going to use 2 brushes. The first one is the round brush, Snap Princeton size number 12, and also I'm going to use the very small brush, size 2 is also Princeton brush. I'm going to leave the photo reference that I used for today on the screen so that you can look at and have an idea of what I'm going to paint. And also this is the photo that I downloaded from Pixabay. So this is a free copyright photo, so feel free to use it if you want to paint along with me. First, I'm going to do some mixing and testing colors, and I'm going to wet the paper first. If you look at the photo reference, you will see that it's very foggy, and in order to communicate that, I'm going to apply the wet on wet technique. So I will wet my paper with water first, and after that with the colors, I'm gonna mix with a lot of water and then apply it onto the paper. And for this layer, I'm mixing a little bit paint gray with ultramarine. And next, with the same mixture of ultramarine and paint gray, I'm going to add a little bit of the gradient green, and we'll continue to apply wet on wet technique. The reason for this is because this is represent for the trees that are covered by the fogs, and what we are doing, we just painting the shadow of the trees. But when the trees move closer to the forefront, the warmer it's gonna become. That's why I am adding a little bit of green to it. And in painting, this is what we call atmospheric perspective, and I hope what I just explained makes sense to you. I think this may sound confusing, especially if you are beginners, but don't worry too much. The more you paint, the better, the easier it's gonna become. And what I suggest is that before you get into painting, just spend a couple of minutes and observe whatever the photo reference, and try to observe the colors. When the first layer is done, I'm gonna go in using the very small brush and apply the very light green mixed with a lot of water and start painting pine trees. This time we're going to give the trees more shapes. So these are the trees in the middle ground. So this tree is still far away, and that's why we use the light green to communicate the distance. Try to paint the trees in different shapes, some small trees, some big trees, and try to place them randomly. You don't have to put them line up because that's not gonna look natural. And now we're moving to the trees in the front. So as you see that the colors of the trees in the front is gonna get more vibrant, more vivid, and warmer. and try to mix different greens so that you can have a variety of greens in the painting and make the painting look more natural and more interesting. And as a rule of thumb, have the trees comes in different shapes and just place them randomly, because nature is just perfectly imperfect. So don't try to make it too perfect, because it's gonna come out unnatural and gonna look too flat. And finally, I'm going to get a very dark green and start adding to the painting to create contrast.
Fly away, I don't wanna care. Just be here and I'm good alone. I'll be okay. Miss you like.
And finally, it's time for final touch. So if there's any area that need colors or need more contrast, or if there is something that you need to fix, just like in this case, I just go in and add more water to remove some pens and just to give the trees more definition. And now we're done. It's time to remove the tape. And now we have a very beautiful, moody, misty pine tree forest. I am so inspired by this kind of landscape recently. That's why I decided to make a tutorial on this one. And finally, I'm just gonna sign my name. And now the artwork is done. I think that this tutorial is very easy and simple for beginners and very relaxing to paint.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had a good time painting with me, and if you really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That would help my video reach more people and would help my channel grow. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. I will post new video every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comment below. I will try to answer. And until next time, bye!